Someone is listening to
എന്നാ പിന്നെ നാളെ മേടിച്ചാ പോരേനെ.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible? Just put a thumbs up if I'm audible. Okay, good.
Welcome to the. Is it audible, Pooja?
Yes.
Yeah.
This
ninth session of
listen and learn session.
Yeah, Parvati.
And welcoming everyone to the session. Here I am welcoming Dr. Parvati to the presentation. Taking over to the Parvati.
Good evening, one and all. I have few requests before starting the session. So first, please mute yourself. It will be easier for all of us to hear and be participative in the session. So kindly mute yourself and preferably put
You are muted, I think, Parvati ji. Hi, you are muted.
Okay. Am I audible now? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Parimala, for saying that. Okay, so I'll just repeat what I've said. So before beginning, I would request all of you to mute yourself. Yes, so it will make our work a little easier, so that everybody can put in their responses. And there is an option called chat box towards the right side of your Zoom platform. So you can use that platform for your interaction and everything. And I want everybody to be fully present like a childlike. As you know, today's session topic is my child and child inside me, representing a relationship with kids beyond parenting. So I wanted to see a lot of child here than parental figure. So everybody, I'm once again welcoming you for my session. So before beginning the session, I know there is words like child inside me, parents, a lot of words which is very much related to us, right? So I feel it's very important that we to know how it's all connected. So before actually getting into the session, I would request all of you to close your eyes for like 2 seconds and think of a bridge, 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 which is of any shape, any structure, a place where you want, a bridge you always wanted to go, or a bridge you feel like you want to build, or a bridge you feel that you want to restructure, or a bridge you feel that, you know, the texture can be changed. So think of any bridge, and I'm going to call out few people's name. I will request them to share what is their thought, what this came to their mind when I said the word bridge. Okay, what is that feeling actually when I said bridge? What is that came to your mind first? So can I request Dr. Jose Chathukulam to share what he thought of bridge? Please unmute yourself before talking. Yes, thank you.
Immediately, yes, thank you for calling me. Immediately, I thought of a big flood is coming and it's kind of collapse that bridge.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for responding. Can I get a response from Krishna Prasad, sir?
Yes, I also saw, whatever bridge normally we take to a place, and then that bridge I was able to see. And then also the longest bridges also we are able to just see. I'm able to see.
Okay, thank you. Can Parimala, am I audible? Can you share your thought on this?
Hi. So the moment you said bridge, I was thinking about the connectivity.
Okay. You were thinking of the connectivity. Okay. Did you had any feeling as such when I particularly said bridge?
Yeah, we imagine the picture of a bridge, and normally we say, you act as a bridge between people. So I was thinking maybe that bridge, maybe the connectivity or the bond.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. So I hope everybody has a paper and a pen or pencil with them. Please use your dominant hand, like whatever hand you feel you're dominant with, please use that hand. And we are going to draw a certain picture. So I will just listen to me very carefully. Yes. Okay. Can I begin? And please put a thumbs up once if the instructions are very clear. Okay. Yes. So if this is a sheet of paper, I would like you to take the left side of it and draw a square. A simple square to the left side of the page. And inside that square, I would like you to draw a small circle. Done? Okay, great. Now, I want you to move towards the right side of the same page and draw just a big circle. I hope you got something like this. Yes? Okay. Yes, thank you. So now I request you to write on top of the square box, write you yourself. Just write your name. That would be enough. Yes. Just write your name. And the circle inside the square box, write you as child. Okay. I hope everybody wrote their name. Now, moving on to the right side circle, write my child. If you want to name any of your child's name, that is also fine. But preferably just write my child. I think that would work. Okay. Are you done? Yes. Can I get a thumbs up if you're done? Because I can just see few of you. Yes. Great. Thank you. So now I would request you to all concentrate on the square box and think of a moment, a thought or a feeling from your childhood and just write in words. Just 2 words will be enough. A thought and a feeling about your childhood. If you're done, please put a thumbs up so that I'll get a understanding. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So now you have a circle on the right side of the page that which says my child. So I want you to write a feeling and a thought you have to your child. If we have people who are future parents, you can just write a thought and feeling which you think you are looking forward in your child. A thought and a feeling about your child. Once you are done, put a thumbs up so that I can move forward. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I am hoping most of people have done that. Okay, great. Now, I would request you to connect the square end to the circle which is on the right side. Just, you can draw a line. A line can be of any shape. It can be zigzag, it can be dot, dot, dot. It can be just a crack line or straight line, how much of a thickness, it's up to you. The choice is given to you. Great. If you feel you're done, I hope you're done, everybody. Please put a thumbs up. Yes, 1, 2, yeah, more. Okay. So now I would request you to look at that image and you can see you've connected yourself with the child and there is a line between it. What do you want to name that line? You feel that line is secure, attached, comfortable, proud. What is that one word you want to give it to that line? You can just write on top of that line. Okay. Can I request Pradeep to share what do you think that line is for you?
Yes. Straight line.
It's a straight line? Okay. What do you think that line for you? Is it okay for you to share that? What have you written? What do you think? What do you want to call that line?
To live straightly.
Okay, fine. Is anybody else wanted to share? What have you named that line? Okay. So I feel there will be different names for the line. So now moving forward, I want you to, I think now it looks kind of a bridge. There is a beginning and there is an end, but there is something missing in that bridge. So could you see the image properly and can you tell, any one of you tell me what is missing in that bridge? Anybody can. Can I have Varsha, if you don't mind if I call upon you? Yes, Varsha. What do you think it's missing in the drawing? Yes.
Pillars which hold the bridge.
Very good, very good. Is everybody heard the word pillar? Thank you, Varsha, for responding. Toll gate, yes, somebody has responded toll gate. Anything else? Okay, great. So thank you, Varsha, for sharing. Exactly. I think any bridge will become stronger. It can become stronger. It can be made stronger using pillars. So that's exactly which is missing here, right? So before drawing or getting into the pillar, I want you to introduce you to 3 types of pillar, which is important from from the square box, which is we ourselves, to the child, my child, which is on the right side. Okay, so I feel there are 3 types of pillars. One is cognitive pillar, second, social pillar, and third, emotional pillar. So these 3 types of pillars are very important. I personally feel in any kind of relationship between a parent and a child. Okay. Now I'll tell you why I'm saying this is very important and how come I can call these a strong pillars. To begin with, I want to start with social pillar. Social pillar, under social pillar, you know, we all know that how much society plays a role in us to groom ourselves in a certain way, right? So I think 2 individuals comes together, it can be formed as a group. right? That's what is taught from school time. So I think a parent and a child gets together, it will be called as a group, right? So learning happens from there. Yes. So the first thing, without any verbal cues, what we can do is just hug your child. You know, the physical connection which you give to the child, it gives a lot of warmth, it gives a lot of connection, comfortness, protection. It says so many things without even saying any name or any verbal usage. So that connects both of you. So I think that is one of the important social connection which we can teach the child, like, you know, to create a bond between the child, right? So first one is hug. Second one, which is again very, very important, is to bring in a play. How do you, as you know, yesterday suddenly Dhoni said, I am retiring. You know, as a child, I have seen Dhoni growing up, and Dhoni cricket is my childhood. Like, I can relate so much with that. So you can understand how much a child connects to play, which is very, very important in a child's life. So playing, it need not to be a cricket or football. It can be just watching a cricket together. It can be just a storytelling. It can be word building or any such unacademic games which we can use to create a bond between the child. It is very important. That will also come under social. Then, which is very important, is rewards. And what I meant by rewards is there will be positive and negative within us, right? We handle a situation in positively and negatively. So if you feel your child did something right, we as parents tend to do, you know, we just notice it, but we might not appreciate it as much as we appreciate the negative part of the child. So I feel as a growing up adult, I feel, and it's very important for me to get appreciation from my parents as much as I get it from outside my home. So appreciating and saying, okay, you know what you did is not right. I don't appreciate it, but for today, it's okay. But don't repeat it next time. You know, that conveys a lot more stronger message where I'm there, I understand what you did is wrong, but I'm also acknowledging that you won't repeat this again. At the same time, you think you can do the same thing with positive. I am very proud of you. I am very proud that you're my child. So these are the two statements which we can include in rewards. So these are the two things which we can do and which is very easy. Yes. And it is very, very important. Okay, so this three comes under social pillar. I think these three makes the social pillar stronger. Now, next one is emotional pillar. Emotional pillar, I feel emotions has the basics of any relationship. Let it be father and child, mother and child, father and mother. Any relationship, there is a strong connection. It can be brought through emotions, right? I feel many parents don't feel much important, you know, to show their emotions in front of their child. They feel, no, as a parent, I should not show my emotions. It's important to show emotions in the right way. The path is very important, but I don't think nobody is stopping you from showing a space where your child also can show their emotions without any judgment. It creates a space where, okay, if I cry, I'm allowed to cry in my home and my parents are going to take it. But am I crying for the right reason? That is also matters, right? So at least creating a space where the child can express any kind of feeling is very important. Just like the father or mother express their emotions. That's very important. So once the child express, then there comes a next part, which is important, which is listening. Why are you crying? Okay. So there he or she will share a certain situation or whatever the reasons they are. So when they say, do not put it in a way, okay, I don't think you have to cry for this. This is not very important. But I feel, you know, for the child, it is very important. So just being a good listener gives a lot of strength to the child to create a bond between you. So good listener. Then empathize. Yes, I understand you're crying. You want to cry? Cry. But you understand I might not able to resolve all your problems, but I am there for you. I'm going to sit with you in silence. I'm going to be there. I think silence speaks more than words. So you can just sit with the child and be there. That's enough. So empathize is very, very important. So these are the 3 points which comes under emotional pillar. And the last and the final point is cognitive pillar. Now, cognitive means thought. Okay. I think many might not know. So cognition means thought process. How do you think cognition, what should I do to build connection with my child in thought process? You might have thought like that. So I feel, a lot can do with cognition, where first thing itself, understand that, child won't be child for a very long time until he reaches or she reaches adolescence. So understanding that there will be a transition is very important as a parent or as an adult, because, we have to be there in each step. It doesn't mean that our role ends with childhood. They are our child, even we are 80 or 90 or 100 or 100 plus. They are still going to be our child. But how we are going to be as a parent, it differs. We are going to change our role as a parent a little bit. For example, we become I'm going to give an example, like, how we help the child eating habit. First, we feed the child. Second, we mix small roles, then give it to the child. Third, slowly the child holds the spoon. Third, the child start eating by himself or herself. So slowly we are teaching the child according to the age of growth. This exactly happens in everything, almost every stage of the child life. So in each phase, we need to be a co-regulator instead of we being there for them to do everything. They just want a co-regulator. They don't want to do everything for them. They just want you to be there and guide them, just a torchlight for them. So I think that is very important in cognition. Next one is show up. What I mean by show up is be there. If a child comes and says, what, I want to share something with you. I'm feeling very bad. So if you feel that, your child is coming to you, and I think you should be happy that your child is coming to you instead of going to anywhere. So be fully present, emotionally, physically, just be there for the child. But if you feel, okay, listen, I have work, what if the child comes during the work time? If his child comes in the work time, you can just say, can you give me like 5 minutes? I will just switch off my work, or I just have to finish this call and come back to you. I think that dialogue can change a lot in the child mind. It gives a message that, what, my dad or my mother and father values me. And that is why they say they'll come back to me. I'm going to wait. They're surely going to come. So that assurity it gives the child. I think that is again a very, very important message we are giving to the child. So these are the strong pillars. There is social, cognition, and emotional pillars. So now I would request you to go back to the image, the drawing again, which you have drawn, and place these pillars between the square and the circle. Where do you want to place these pillars? You can take like 2 minutes of time and place your pillars. It is okay if you feel, what, I don't want 1 or 2 pillars. That is also fine. You just draw how much of a pillar you wanted. Just, yeah, you can do that. I'm going to give you like 2 minutes for that. Yes. Once you are done, please put a thumbs up so that I can understand that you are with me. Now, does it look like a bridge with the strong pillars? Yes or no? How is it?
Now, what we are supposed to do?
You have to draw the pillars to the bridge. The bridge which you have already drawn, you just have to draw the pillars. Yes. Okay. Am I clear to all? Great. Now, okay. Thank you for responding. Can I get more thumbs up if you are done? Okay. Okay. Now, moving forward. Now we have drawn a bridge. Now the bridge got a complete, right? But there's again something missing, which what I want to do, which is very unusual, is I want you to give it a title to the bridge, to the drawing which you have drawn. Give any title, whatever comes to your mind, just write on top of the page. Give a title to the bridge. By title, I meant on name. Yes. can I request anybody to who is comfortable and okay to share their image so that we just can have a look? We might not want to discuss about it. That's okay. It's up to you. But is it okay if you just share the image, whatever you have drawn? It would be nice. Yes. Or at least you can share the title.
Strong foundation.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Doctor. Can I have what is it? Okay. Varsha, what title have you given?
Resilience.
Okay, great. Parimala? Can Parimala mute yourself if you're talking? Yes, unmute yourself. I'm sorry. Okay. Amrendra Barik, if I'm right, if I spelled right. Can you share what the title you have given? Okay. Am I audible to all? Yes, okay. Okay, great. So we have got many multiple titles, right? Yes. Okay, great. So we got many multiple titles and that's how we're done with the bridge. Now, I want you to put away the drawing aside and sit comfortably. Just put away the drawing, just sit comfortably at your own comfort. Yes, great. So now I would request all of you to again close your eyes and just travel a little more with me. Okay. So close your eyes, everyone. And those who are having kids, I want you to think of all the good memories you have with your kids. It can be anything, any beautiful memories, any memories, a feeling or thought, anything, whatever. The first time you saw the child, your child, the first time he called dad, mom, anything, any kind of memory that brings, please imagine that. The people who are going to are future parents, think of your own childhood, what all happiness it brings in you. Just think of your past experiences, you as your child, what all good memories it brings in you. Yes, just think of all of that and feel the feeling. Oh wow, that was such good memory. Everything, whatever the joy it brings, whatever the happiness it brings, just feel, let it feel in your body. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Yes, whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. Yes. Great. So I hope this session really helped you in many ways. It was just a small try from my side to take you to your childhood, your parenthood, and a journey which you're traveling right now with your child and with you, your inner child. I know it's in a short span of time. I have just covered a little bit, and there are a lot more to go in depth in this. But I think a small journey, it's a start for everything. Like I think it's just a small start. I think, looking at this bridge, you will know where you are and what and all you can do. If you feel that you need to restructure it, you can do that. If you feel you need to change the texture of the bridge, that also you can do that. So any suggestions or any queries, it's time for now. So you can ask. Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, Doctor. Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you.
So there is 3 questions.
Okay.
Can you please explain about pillars?
Explain about pillars. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's in 2 minutes, it's a little hard, but I'll try to give an explanation within like 2 minutes. So pillars are like, the core content and the core of anything, any kind of relationship, not just a parent and a child. It's just think of you and your child, inner child. I think that's enough. So, having an emotional with your own self, having a good thought about yourself and a good, understanding about your social life, how you are, everything is a very strong pillar. All of this gives a very strong bond, a bridge, and it's like a concrete. You know, if the base is strong, it's gonna go smoothly, even if there is a small crack on the path of the bridge. Okay, so pillars are very important in that way. So I have explained here pillars like in three form, where you know. Social, cognitive, and emotional. So if we strong in all these areas, any relationship we can work it forward. Yeah, I think I have answered you. I have got a question in the chat box. How to improve the relationship between an introvert parent and his or her child? You know, I think it sounds funny if I say suddenly, you have to become extrovert. That's not going to happen. But play is a great way. If you feel you can't talk and you're not very expressive, play is a great way to start. It can be even a snake and ladder or a Ludo king, or just watching a play together. Just conversation about Sachin or Dhoni. That will bring slowly an attachment towards your child. Sitting with your child itself is a great start to conversation. So I think small step will lead to a bigger steps. So start from small activities, sitting with your child, going and giving a hug every day. This brings connection. It will create an attachment towards you, and you can build slowly however you want to take the relationship forward. Whether you want to still be an introvert father or mother and, be with the child, that is okay. That's allowed. But, showing certain gestures in non-verbal ways, it will automatically bring the child towards you. Yes. So I hope I answered. Yeah. Any more questions?
Yes, doctor. Yes, Parvati. How to communicate with child in a bad mood? When in a bad mood?
Great. I think it's a very valid question. So if you feel that you're not at all in a great mood, I think you should not communicate. If you feel, take your time out. You can say, listen, can you just give me some like 2 minutes or 5 minutes? I will come back to you. I just have to put myself on place and I'll come back to you. I think that is a very good way, instead of just, yelling at, oh, you know what, listen, I don't want to talk to anybody. I am in a bad mood. That doesn't give a good response to it. You can just say, listen, I'm not in a good mood right now, but I will come back to you for sure. Just give me like in 10 minutes or half an hour time. I'll settle myself down and come back to you. I think this is one of the ways you can handle it if the child is pretty adult and understanding. If you feel the child, no, it's very hard. He's too young to understand all that things. Either you can just put yourself like, 2 minutes, put yourself together, close your eyes and just settle and go. Just drink a little bit of water, settle down and go. Instead of reacting, settling down, then moving forward is always good. We humans make mistakes. We suddenly react to everything and anything. But I think that is where we did a small activity in the end of the session today, where it's called mindfulness, where we get a control over our mind, where, we realize good memories and everything. I understand and acknowledge that is happening, a lot of things together, but I'm not going to take it forward to anybody else. It's going to stick with me, and I understand now I have to be present in front of my child, and I'm going to be taking up my role very well. So that is, I hope I answered that. Yeah. Thank you. How to improve the relationship? Yes. Is punishing children a good thing? Oh, okay. It's a very tricky question. Punishing children a good thing? See, that's why I use this term reward. Rewards are always positive and negative. So punishment, how are you punishing matters. Yelling is a punishment. Screaming at the child is also a punishment. It just makes this child very scared. But how you express your disagreement matters a lot. If you feel the child need to understand what he did something wrong, explain where he went wrong or she went wrong, instead of just stepping back and saying, you know what, I don't want to talk to you, you upset at me. Tell, you know what you did is not right. I'm not okay with it. I'm very disappointed. I'm not going to talk to you for next 10 minutes. Here, clearly, it sends a message that I did something wrong and I think I should not repeat it. The child understands it automatically. But just keeping yourself shut and not talking to the child is not giving any help, neither to you, neither to the child. So always communicate clearly what you want to state, because it's a child after all, and he or she needs to understand in verbal at times, because they are not adult yet. They need some time, and let's give that time. Yes. Any more questions? Yes, sir.
What about inner child? we all have the child with us. We continue.
Definitely.
The child actually gives a problem. I think in the transactional analysis, we always have pre-child,
Yes.
dilemma.
Yeah.
So, how do you actually answer that question? So we have an inner child, and we are all talking about external child.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about the inner child?
First of all, thank you for the question, sir. I will try to answer this within the limited time. So inner child, first thing what we have to do is inner child is we acknowledge that there is a child within us. That's the first step to any work, let it be any work regarding anything. Acknowledge that we have a child within us and understand that that is a child within us, not the child. Just because we gave birth to a child, a boy or a girl, they are just part of us. They are not us. So there are a lot of things which we do indirectly, we try to impose things which we failed to do when we were a child. So let's not do that. There is a different individual and we need to give that respect there. Yes, we have gone through many things, I couldn't do this in the past life, I had so many things, dreams like this, but I acknowledge, yes, there is definitely a dream for you, but that dream stands with you. Yeah, I think it's important to let your child dream for himself or herself. You can just give ideas to explore. So inner self is something, we need to first acknowledge, and it's a lot of inner work which need to be done. If you feel, you can't handle this or this certain situation, it might need a lot of work there, but it is in this short span of time, we can't work on that. But a small thing is like being aware of the child inner self itself is a great thing. Yes.
I do understand if you don't do that work, inner work thoroughly, then handling external child is only like a tinkering. It's generally very peripherally you would be doing anything. So unless we are very thorough in foundation, then pillars, what you are putting, I think the foundation is very important is the inner child.
Yeah, I think I would like to stop the session because we just have less than a minute. So I will tell you one line is that we grow with our child. We become parent when our child is born. So we grow with our child. So there is a lot of learning already happening. So if you need more response and more answers to it, please contact me after the session.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Parvati. And I would like to
Good evening, everyone. And Parvati ma'am, it was nice talking to you. And we were, as a listener, we were very much pleased. And we will we like to thank our chair from the Charitable Trust. Also, all the listeners who were listening with our sessions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shashidan sir, who's a trustee, chairman, for giving this opportunity to me, Sharad, Ajula, everybody for making it happen today. Thank you all for the participation. I'm very happy that you all turned up today. Thank you.
Thank you for your excellent presentation.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you much.